Is this thing on? Hello? Hello? Fuck.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words.
Well, you have to understand, the first time of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
Look, talk about education. I propose that what we take is those very poor schools, the Title I schools, triple the amount of money we spend from $15 to $45 billion a year. Give every single teacher a raise to the equal raise of getting out the $60,000 level. Number two, make sure that we bring in to help the teachers deal with the problems that come from home. The problems that come from home, we have one school psychologist for every 1,500 kids in America today. It's crazy. The teachers are, and I'm married to a teacher. My deceased wife is a teacher. They have every problem coming to them. We have to make sure that every single child does in fact have 3, 4, and 5-year-olds go to school, not daycare, school. We bring social workers into homes of parents to help them deal with how to raise their children. It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night, the phone. Make sure the kids hear words. A kid coming from a very poor school, a very poor background, will hear 4 million words fewer spoken by the time they get there.
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. There's a bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint, when they thought about it. Because whoever thought of that idea is in big trouble. Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word. Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap. They're coming all over the place. Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy, so crazy. Dumb people, liberal people.
Hello? Is this thing on? Give me a fucking second. Give me a goddamn motherfucking second. Give me a fucking goddamn second here. Give me a fucking goddamn second here. Give me a fucking goddamn second here. Give me a fucking goddamn second. Give me a goddamn motherfucking second here. Jesus Christ. Goddamn. Alright, what's up? Hey, how's it going, folks? How's it going? Welcome to Above It All 1238. I need to drink this coffee. I poured myself coffee and then forgot it was here. and then was like, why am I not caffeinated? And it's because I didn't drink the goddamn coffee. Wait, let me put it in the foreground. There we go. Look at that. Coffee in the foreground, folks. This is the world that we live in. I'll get into that, the one and only, in a little bit. But let me catch up with the chat. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing today? I'm drinking some goddamn. Ultra green? Isn't that called like Ultra Paradise or some shit? Coffee in the foreground, folks. This is the political landscape. Absolutely. This is the moral landscape, no less. Maxie! Look at this dog. Alert. Look at him. You can't even see the dog. Look at this goddamn dog. Look at this. I turn the camera away. Hey, everyone. It's Above It All. Whoop. There's a dog. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Above It All. Oh, it's Max the dog. Isn't that crazy? Like, you wouldn't even know. Hey, everyone, I'm just doing a podcast. Wait, there's a dog here. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that goddamn insane when you really think about it? Like, holy shit. I gotta take my goddamn. I took my goddamn. Alright, folks, welcome to Above It All. Wait a second. Dog. Hello? Dog. I love him. Max and I were having a good time last night. He was woofing. God damn it, my arms hurt. My arms hurt. Whoa. Look at this bruise. Look at that shit. Isn't that crazy? Whoa. Get that goddamn in you. I'm gonna drink some more. I love saying goddamn. It's just so funny. We both have sons named Max. Max the dog. Look at him. He's so beautiful. Maxie. Maxie. Wah, woo, wah, 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 wah. He likes when I make those weird noises. It excites him. Whoa. Alright, he's having fun now. Anyway, folks, maybe you have an iron deficiency if you bruise easily. It's possible. Maybe I do. Maybe I need to fucking start, pumping iron, right? Hell yeah. Woo! Look at me. I'm going to be strong. Hold up. I'm going to be strong. Look at me. Hold up. Woo! Oh! I'm going to be strong. Oh! Look at me. See? I'm strong as hell, bitch. You ain't going to stop me. You ain't going to stop me. I'm strong as hell. Look at this. Look at this. You can't stop me. Ow. God damn it. Let's be honest. I'm pretty funny. Let's be honest, right? Like, I'm really fucking funny. Let's be real here, right? Like, let's have, like, a frank, honest conversation. for once in our goddamn lives. I'm hilarious, right? Like, let me take my headset off. Look at this hair. Is that ever going to be fixed? Like, I don't think it will be. Look at this shit. Like, shit's crazy. All right, folks, let's get into the goddamn. Fuck. I had some goddamn, but I don't remember what... I don't want that. I had some goddamn, but I don't know where it is. Okay. You are really funny, that is correct. Thank you for boosting my ego. Iron pumping stream? I don't know, maybe in 6 months. Saving isn't God. Yep. I still have to post that full video too. Why do I have 8 Discord messages? Who the fuck is sending me goddamn messages? What the hell is the matter with you people? Alright, folks. Let's get into the motherfuck. Alright. So, yesterday was the 54th straight consecutive day of protesting in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, over the police murder of Andrew Brown Jr. And day 54, folks. I mean, what a day, right? So, the march was relatively standard. It was Sunday. Typically on Sunday, we go to Andrew's house. And, we have a little bit of a moment of silence, and then we move on. And so we were leaving downtown, and I got a bunch of footage. But I didn't post any of it from this all the way to Andrew's house, all the way to back, because there were so many things going on. I was recording a lot. And then there was an incident that occurred, and once an incident starts occurring, I don't want to focus on... Uh-oh, there's a car over there. Let me post on Twitter, right? Like, I don't want to be that person. Oh, there's a car running through the crowd. Oh. Right, let me call for pizza. Like, I'm not doing that kind of shit. So, if shit starts to go down, I just stop posting on Twitter until I get home. So, please understand, if I stop posting on Twitter until I get home, it's because something happened that is going to require more time and energy than I have while I'm at the protest. And so I want to be very clear about that. So what we did was we decided to take an intersection. I got a nice little photo here of a good sign. Andrew Womble. I too carry myself with the confidence of a mediocre white male. Very, very delicious sign there. So we took the intersection at the CVS. I want to remind everyone that a racist works at that CVS. I forget her fucking name, but I don't, She was the one who set up a GoFundMe for Lisa O'Quinn when they hit 3 protesters. More specifically, when cops let them do it. But either way, so we took this intersection for about 20 minutes or so. And afterward, what we decided to do was we decided to line up. This isn't technically out of order, but this is a better showcase. So what we decided to do was line up on the yellow line. And the reason I did that side camera is because I wanted to get like a tall picture. But then, so we lined up. I don't know what that sign is all about. I'm just saying I don't endorse that. But anyway, so we line up and we all march a little slowly on the yellow line. And what this does is, now I want to keep in mind, normally when we occupy an intersection, the police tell us to fuck off after around 20 minutes. So what we decided to do was we decided to fuck off before they told us to fuck off, so that they didn't get the satisfaction of telling us to fuck off. And then, when we fucked off, we decided to walk on the yellow line so that we could take as long as possible. And so, slightly before we got to this part, one of these sheriff's deputies, or whatever the fuck, was trying to be a little cute. So let me just play this clip here.
Take that vest off! Take that gun off!
Take that walkie-talkie off!
Hey!
Like, I want to be very clear. This bitch specifically has been here for a while. Right, I'm just letting you know, this bitch has been here like almost every single day. She gets super close, and she loves to do this and waves and says this. She's such a sarcastic bitch. Now, if she weren't a cop, man, this bitch would be my best friend. We'd get drunk on Saturday nights. But instead, she's trying to kill my bitch ass, so that's a problem. Right? Like, she's not doing her job. Let's assume a car comes cratering through. Is her standing there outside of the car going to do anything? No. The fucking cops should not be outside of the vehicles, in my estimation, because why even have the vehicles? I mean, if you're in the vehicle so that you could drive around if shit happens, right? Like, why the fuck? I don't know. That's my opinion. I also don't want to interact with police officers, right? But they know that, and so that's why they act like jackasses. So anyway, this is when the incident occurs. So now, I want to be very clear. On Friday, I covered this on Friday's recap. I guess that was on Saturday morning, but on Friday we had a car drive through the police line and almost hit us. Now, why didn't they hit us? Because they didn't know we were protesting. They drove through a line of police. No one stopped them until they got to the line of protesters, and they looked confused and scared. And then they stopped the car, and then we told them, we're protesting here, let us through. And the cops did nothing. They did nothing. And when we complained about it, the deputy chief laughed in our faces. Right? So here we are 2 days later. Check this out. So you can see the car start to come out here. Right? And as I see the car start to come out here, my camera's like, all right, I'm going to zoom in on the cops doing nothing. Right? I'm going to zoom in on the motherfucking cops doing nothing. Right? Look at that. They are literally conversing with each other. You see this? Look at their body language. This motherfucker's leaning against the goddamn. And he's like, what's up, bruh? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, just kidding. Like, look at this. They're fucking around like little jackasses.
Until we get Wisconsin back.
So, I recognize the person in the car. They've been at a protest a couple times. I don't think that they're a threat in any capacity. That being said, they shouldn't have been allowed to be there. You know what I mean? They shouldn't have been allowed to be there, especially when the cops are back here sitting like jackasses.
Do your job! Do your job! It should be your job! Do your job! Do your job! Do your job! Do your job!
So as you can see, they're just doing nothing. As you can see, there is a car trying to get through, and they're doing nothing. They're just sitting there staring. But it gets worse, folks. So what I decide to do is I play traffic cop. So I go up to the car, I ask them where they need to go, because no one else was doing it. The cops surely weren't doing it, right? Am I going to get paid overtime by Elizabeth City? Probably not. So I go up to the car, I say, hey, where do you need to go? And I make space for them, and I tell everyone to let them through. And then once I do that, right, I let them through, and then I notice a couple of people are going up there to talk to the cops about why they didn't do anything. So I run up there, catch up, and then we have this gem of an interaction. Now, again, I want to remind everyone that the Elizabeth City Police Department Deputy Chief James Evans said, I can bring up the video, that all of his officers are clearly identifiable. That's what he said. In fact, you know what? Let's get up the video. Let's do it. What was that? That was day 50, right? Day 50? Okay, let me get that real quick. Alright, so, on day 50, here's the Deputy Chief of the Elizabeth City Police Department.
Right, okay.
We have names. It's on his shirt.
Right, okay. That doesn't help me, though. If I'm in a situation where a cop is doing something,
So just ask
yeah.
him his name, he'll tell you.
That is the official response of Elizabeth City Police Department. Listen to this.
So just ask
Yeah.
him his name, he'll tell you.
Just ask him his name and he'll tell you. That's what the deputy chief told me. Listen.
Where a cop is doing something.
Recording though. So just ask
Yeah.
him his name, he'll tell you.
That I've asked officers their names and they've not answered me before. So that doesn't help. If your official answer is that if I ask an officer they will immediately identify themselves, then I will take that. Hello? Hello? Okay.
I'm listening.
Okay. Is that your official answer?
My official answer is my officer had the name tags on.
So your official answer is that if an officer is wearing this vest like a Halloween costume for no reason, that they can just be unidentified.
All right.
Is that
So again, but I want to, before I asked him for the official answer, I want to be very clear.
His name, he'll tell you. Recording though. So just ask
Yeah.
him his name, he'll tell you. Recording though. So just ask
Yeah.
him his name, he'll tell you.
All right. So, let's see.
Hi, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Do you have a name?
What's your name?
Do you have a name?
Your name?
What's your name?
Name?
Do you have a name, bud?
Okay, what's your flag? Okay, so that was really awesome.
What?
Unmarked car, by the way. Unmarked car, by the way. Isn't that interesting? So, this person was a sheriff's deputy. So, technically, what Deputy Dumbfuck Jimmy Evans said doesn't apply to the sheriff because he only, he's only the boss of ECPD, right? All right, cool. Let's go see if the ECPD officers identified themselves.
They won't tell us their name. That's what I'm doing. Alright, so
Would you mind identifying yourself, officer? Yes or no question. Do you mind? Yes or no? What's that tattoo?
so we were
Ooh, I got it. Don't worry.
I'm sorry.
What's that tattoo?
What's that tat? And then he hides the tat. I'm sorry. This is my element. Like, I love picking apart random shit to make cops uncomfortable. But again, Deputy Dumbfuck, right? Reminder, a couple days ago, Deputy Dumbfuck.
Just ask
Yeah.
him his name, he'll tell you.
Something.
Recording though. So just ask
Yeah.
him his name, he'll tell you.
What's that tattoo?
so we were
Ooh, I got it. Don't worry. I already got a picture of it.
however. Okay, well,
I just want to remind everyone that Deputy Dumbfuck Jimmy Evans said that his officers would identify themselves if asked. There is no identification on this officer, as you can see.
Now, you can see the little, like, laminate here. That's where ID would normally be. I'm just throwing that out there. This is where the ID would normally be because the vest goes over the uniform and therefore you would put additional identification on in the vest. That was removed.
Completely unidentifiable. Though there might be identities on that paperwork over there. Let's see. What do you got over there? Anything yummy? No? I already got the picture. I already got it. It's all good. You don't need to hide it because I already got a picture.
Alright, so I actually looked into that a little bit. There's nothing really super useful on it. But, either way, let's go see. Alright, 2 of them didn't identify themselves. Let's see. 3rd time's the charm?
Yep, no, we're going over there next. Don't worry. Would you
What?
mind identifying yourself, officer? Would you mind identifying yourself?
is there a problem with identifying yourself?
Now, as you can see, he is wearing the uniform. No visible name tag. No visible name tag. You know what that signals to me? He took the name tag off.
Would you mind identifying yourself, officer?
Well, I guess us and Avens are going to have a lot to talk about tomorrow.
What's that paperwork say over there, officer? Anything good over there? Anything good, officer? No? No identities? Your boss said that if I asked you for your identity that you would comply. Are you not listening to your boss?
You're fired.
Are you not going to listen to your boss? No, you don't listen to your boss? Are you a lone wolf? Are you a vigilante? You don't listen to your boss? What's your name, officer? What's your name? Do you have a name? Is it drone number 43969? What's your name, bud?
Look at him,
got a
like,
problem?
brush up against the car like he's about to open the door and do something. Look at this. This guy's like, I'm going to try to scare him. Maybe I'll open the door. Check this out. Phone number 43969. What's your name, bud?
You got a problem? What are you doing? What is that? What are you doing? What are you, like, you're getting all close to the window. What is that? Are you trying to do something? Are you thinking about doing something? Do I scare you? Because you don't scare me. I'm just letting you know that right now. I don't think you scare anybody. Maybe you'd scare your barber or something, because that haircut, my God. Lord have motherfucking mercy. What do you got in there? Anything good? Is that a lunchbox? What's for lunch, bud? Got a sandwich in there? Ham and cheese? Or are you the ham and cheese? You look like ham and cheese. All right, you have a great day, officer. We're going to make sure that we get your name, so you don't want to identify.
So, okay, now, this is all that I posted in the Twitter thread. I want to be very clear. There's a little bit more that occurred afterward, and I don't want to give away all the details of this quite yet. But more things did occur after that interaction, so I want to play a little bit of that. And the reason I didn't post it on Twitter is because, you know, I didn't feel like going through it all. But what we did afterward, we had an interaction with, and I should have posted this, honestly, but. So here we have an interaction. That's ham and cheese. And then we see Lieutenant Dumbfuck Daryl.
Buddy, 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 buddy. Buddy, 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 yo, 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 Felton, hello.
So, we're asking him for his assistance. People are literally screaming help. This is Lieutenant Daryl Felton, right? Watch him speed up.
No, nothing. Come on, Daryl.
Watch him speed up.
Bud?
Look at that, see?
I got an inquiry.
So, he's speeding up, he's fucking off, right? And then they all fuck off. But what we decide to do is we decide to follow them. And then so we run into this guy. This is Jay Butts. And then we run into Lieutenant Jay Judge. Now, this guy we have a conversation with, as you can see the ticker. We have a conversation with this guy for a while. There's a part where he drops these sunglasses. Let me look for it, because that part was really funny. Hold up. He also has a thin blue line tattoo. Check that out if you can. There we go. Look at that. Thin blue line tattoo. You can tell it was not originally a thin blue line tattoo, and then he added the thin blue line, and that's embarrassing. Let me look for the part where he dropped his sunglasses, because that's hilarious. God damn it. The problem is this video is so long, I can't. Oh. So anyway, we ask him a bunch of questions. He doesn't respond with anything other than many people are saying we have good evidence, many people are saying, and then they fuck off. And I'm trying to find the part where he drops his sunglasses, because it was so goddamn hilarious, but maybe I'll get that later. I don't know. He drops his sunglasses. Then this guy like walks out. So we're talking. All right, we try to walk into the police department, and then we run into him as he's trying to run in through the back door. And then like so we're talking to him for a good amount of time, and then it's like this guy just, what the hell is going on? Like this guy just marches out. It's like, what's going on here? I'm just gonna. And now if you notice, by the way, I zoomed in on it at one point, but if you notice, this guy's got thin blue line wristbands. You see that shit? Thin blue line wristbands. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing these motherfuckers are dumb as hell. Like, I'm telling you, man, these motherfuckers are dumb as hell. Like, they're so stupid. Like, they're just so goddamn stupid, right? Like, I'm really just like, where did this guy, like, does anyone know, like, you know, I think he dropped him close to the end of the interaction because he was getting nervous, right? Just looking for the part. There we go. There we go. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out.
Moving away from an intersection.
Okay.
While
No, the audio doesn't need to be on. All right, so look at this. Oh, yo. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Interesting.
Okay.
this is some larceny.
No, this guy just answers questions as vaguely as possible. Yeah, we have very good evidence. What does that mean?
I'm saying,
I don't know.
okay, so this I'm trying to there was addressed today.
like, what is this shit, man? Like, I'm so, like, I just, like, look at him. He's so, like, stressed and nervous, and it's hilarious. And you can tell people are calling him, like, yo, where are you? Because keep in mind, like, we went to the back of the police station, and, like, right? And then, like, he was trying to go inside to do work, and then he couldn't because we were questioning him. So people kept calling him, and then he drops his fucking sunglasses. Like, what a little prick. Fuck you, Judge. Go fuck yourself. You're a prick. You're a loser. And you're not helpful to anyone. You're honestly just a piece of garbage. So anyway, I'm going to edit all of this into a nice compilation, and then I'm going to present it to the Elizabeth City Police Department today. And I'll let you know how that goes. But again, this kind of shit is just ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so stupid. Like, there is no possible interpretation of any of this that makes the police look good. It's horrifying. It's horrifying. And again, right, I want to remind everyone, Deputy Dumbfuck Shitfuck for Brains Asshole. Check this out.
Where a cop is doing something. Yeah, cop is doing something. Something.
His name he'll tell you. His name he'll tell you. So just
Yeah.
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 his name he'll tell you.
Isn't that interesting? Really makes you think, huh? Really makes you think? Woo! Yep, another day, another cover-up, absolutely. I mean... No, I was just looking at my phone. I don't know. I did my job already. I already gave you the fucking news. I'll do some more news, though, because there's some other shit that I want to talk about. Alright, so, in Minneapolis, there was a protest over the police assassination of Winston Smith, and during these protests, which have been going on for a while now, an assailant with a car drove through a crowd. Now, there's video of this, but I don't necessarily want to play the video, and hit 3 people, one of whom passed away, I believe. And that's a huge fucking problem. So one of the reasons that I take car attacks or cars getting through police barricades so seriously when it comes to Elizabeth City is because this shit happens all over the goddamn country, right? We've already had a car hit us in Elizabeth City, right? And the same day that we almost had a car hit us yesterday, someone actually went through and hit other protesters in Minneapolis. Right? And so in Minneapolis, they didn't fuck around, and what they did was they pulled this motherfucker out of their car. And as you can see, this motherfucker is afraid for his life, as he should be. And, you know, I don't want to get myself in trouble, but this guy's a murderer, so, and we'll see him go away with maybe like a year or 2, or maybe not even go to jail for this, because that's how the world we live in works. So this is the guy, I just wanted to show the stills of this guy's face and who he is identity-wise. And it's really important that when things like this occur, that people keep each other safe and people keep each other arrested. Or, not arrested, but people keep each other safe. That's the word I wanted to say. I'm sorry, I'm a little tired. But again, another thing is, if a car drives into the crowd, you don't need to wait for cops for recourse. You just don't. If someone, especially when someone kills someone is dead. This guy killed someone, right? So as soon as you can, get that motherfucker out of the car. And anything you do at that point is self-defense. So, and again, I am not a legal professional. I'm just throwing that out there. But again, like, the idea that someone can just run through a crowd and then people are just going to sit around and wait for cops to deal with it. I'm sorry, but that era has come and gone. I am telling you right now, if something like this happens again in my city at a protest, you know, I'm just letting you know. The last time a car drove through the crowd, we timed the police response and it was well over 1 minute. It was well over 60 seconds, right? I'm telling you this right now. I'm not waiting 60 seconds the next time a car drives through the crowd in my city. So I'm just letting you know that. And again, I just, you know, Minneapolis protesters pulled them out of the vehicle, apprehended him, detained him. Very good stuff. Then the police took him. The police said that, oh, it was actually the protesters' fault. That's what they said. If they weren't protesting, a car wouldn't have hit you. If you weren't wearing such a short dress, right? How about this? If you didn't kill someone in Minneapolis, people wouldn't be there protesting. How about that? Right? Max, settle down. This motherfucker, like if you're licking yourself, fine, but you don't need to fucking make a giant noise about it. You know what I mean? But anyway, I wanted to showcase what is going on here in protests all across the country. So there's a lot of people that will look at me. Why do you take a car, like, you know, not hitting you so seriously? The idea that police will let a vehicle through their line, right? Maxie, the idea that police will let a vehicle through their line and do nothing about it, right? That means that they are okay with the outcome. If that car today or yesterday wanted to accelerate and kill us all, they could have. And the cops wouldn't have done anything. And that's the problem, right? It's not, oh, well, that wasn't someone who wanted to hurt us, so it's okay that they were able to drive almost into the crowd. That doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that they were able to in the first place, because the cops don't know who wants to kill us and who doesn't. We don't know who wants to kill us and who doesn't. Right? And so this is why this is such a huge fucking problem to me. And so I really just, you know, again, if y'all are out protesting, this shit's going to get serious. I mean, I think 2020 is dangerous, and however many people died in 2020, I think a lot more people are going to die in 2021 at protests. I think that things are going to get really bad really quickly, especially as, like, summer is fast approaching. Things are going to get really bad really quickly, and again, if you are out here protesting the government, if you're out here protesting police, you need to understand, you need to be careful. You need to be aware of your surroundings at all times. You need to be very vigilant at all times. You need to know what the hell is going on at all times, because if you make, like, one mistake in a split-second judgment, right, you could end up dead. Your entire, you know, team could end up dead, right? And so this is why it's so important that we have people that are constantly looking out for things like this. That's why it's so important that we have people on the sides, in the front, that are constantly checking out the side streets ahead of time. This is why, because you never know when if a crazy person wants to kill you, you're going to get less time to react. So every time a car who's just confused wants to get through the protest, that is a training moment. That is for you, okay, how long did it take for me to realize a car was here? What can I improve on? How can I make sure that I don't let that happen again? Right, etc., etc. You need to take every single moment as a lesson. Everything is a lesson. Everything is training. Everything is learning. And that's why this is so goddamn important. So, again, this is just utmost importance, and I need to talk about this kind of stuff. I did find my orange vest. I might start wearing it, but I also don't want to look like a target. You know what I mean? It's an interesting scenario. Yeah, you thought Trumpers were gonna fucking go crazy when Trump was in office? Wait until they're against the police, too, right? Like, wait until they think the cops are Biden's people or some shit. You know what I mean? There was also police brutality in Ocean City that went viral yesterday. I don't know if I want to talk about it, to be honest. Like, they tased a kid for no reason. They kicked the shit out of a kid for no reason. I don't necessarily want to be in a position where I'm playing that kind of video on my stream. If you can watch the video somewhere else, I feel like that's good enough for me. Right? Like, you know, if I'm like, you know, if I wanted to, I could make a video about it and I could probably get a lot of views. I just don't want to do that right now. I'm just not in the state of mind where I can properly watch someone get the shit kicked out of them by cops. Like, I just don't want to do that right now. But yeah, so I did see that though. I'm aware that that occurred. I watched the video more than one time. I don't want to watch it again. We have a couple people that have medical training and a couple people that have medical kits, and we usually try to have like one of them out at all times. Alright, let's look at my goddamn cell phone. Ocean City is in Maryland. Catherine, imagine feeling that, except you're constantly in the same danger, like every single day for 55 days in a row. Right? Like, that's just not... Like, to me, that's genuinely traumatic kind of stuff. And it's like, I want to limit my exposure to that, especially with a camera on my face, you know? Because I just don't want to be in that position. But yeah, it's a disaster. We really need to start understanding that there is, like, one, there is no God. Jesus isn't real. I'm sorry. When you are seeing police brutality and your first thought is praise Jesus or whatever, go fuck yourself, you're an idiot. 3, the governor of any state, not going to help you, especially a Republican. In the state of Maryland, they've got a Republican governor. They're not going to do anything, okay? Biden's not going to do anything. The Department of Justice isn't going to do anything. There are no people or beings that are going to save us, right? No one is going to protect you. The cops... Is this back on? Are we good? Yeah, so, okay, I want to be very clear. When the stream cuts out, it's not my internet connection. the entire time I was having like, perfect upload. It's purely on YouTube's end. Now, am I going to be the person that assumes that YouTube is trying to censor my 40 viewer stream? Not necessarily. I think that their servers are not the best and they get congested sometimes. That's much more likely. That being said, interesting timing. But what I'm saying here is, again, there is no God, there is no Jesus, there is no Yahweh, there is no whatever the fuck. They don't exist, right? There is no get out of jail free card. Your mommy, your daddy, they're not going to save you. Your pastor, your reverend, all that stupid shit, they're not going to save you. The governor's not going to save you. Your elected officials are not going to save you. No one is going to save you. A judge isn't going to save you. A lawyer isn't going to save you. A doctor isn't going to save you unless you can pay for it, right? The chief of police won't save you. An elected sheriff won't save you. The president won't save you. The FBI won't save you. The CIA won't save you. The International Court of Justice ain't going to do jack shit, right? You need to understand, we live in a fascist world, not just in the United States, but all across the globe. This is just, like, you need to understand, right? When push comes to shove, your First Amendment right, gone. When push comes to shove, your Second Amendment right, gone. There is no such thing as a constitution. There is no such thing as rights. They do not exist. The only thing that matters is what a cop is going to do in the moment. That's it. That's the only thing that matters. And it is a slippery slope from where we are right now into a full-scale occupation. I have seen firsthand buses patrolling my neighborhoods in Elizabeth City, a small town of 20,000 people. I have seen buses patrolling neighborhoods so that they can pick pedestrians up off the streets. Okay? This is not a joke. This isn't like a comedy routine. This isn't like a hypothetical scenario. This shit is here. The only thing that prevents it from being visible is a reason and a spark, right? Again, I want to remind everyone, the cops are the ones who killed Andrew Brown. We didn't kill Andrew Brown, right? And so when the cops kill Andrew Brown, they send in military buses full of rioters to patrol neighborhoods looking for pedestrians to snatch off the streets, right? It wasn't because we killed a cop. It wasn't, no. It was because the cop killed us. And they were so afraid of our reaction that they patrolled the streets for weeks, right? I need you to understand, when push comes to shove, you have no rights, right? You can't say, but officer, First Amendment right. They don't care about your First Amendment right because you don't have a First Amendment right. It's not like the law of gravity, right? The only laws that exist, like, are fucking the laws of thermodynamics, bitch, right? There is no such thing as the Constitution. There is no such thing as a Bill of Rights. There is no such thing as a Charter of Rights. There is no such thing as law and order. It doesn't exist. So I really need to, y'all need to understand that. Right? And okay, so again, do I have a solution? No. Right? Like, I can state the problem, but I certainly don't have a motherfucking solution. But I can tell you right now what our solutions are not. And that is praising God. God isn't real. You look like a fucking moron. I swear to fucking... not God, because I don't believe in God. I swear to dog, motherfucker. This dog. Oh, police killed my neighbor. Jesus, why? Oh, police killed my next neighbor. Oh, Jesus, please. Police killed thousands of people every year for several decades and it's in centuries since their inception. But Jesus, maybe next time you'll prevent... No. There is no next time Jesus will intervene. If Jesus was going to fucking intervene, he would have intervened thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of police murders ago. The bitch ain't here. You're knocking on the door and nobody's home. George Carlin has a brilliant bit about exactly what you're talking about. Yep. Where do you think I got it from? No. Just when Japanese, American, U.S. citizens needed their rights the most, the government took them away. Exactly. Exactly. When push comes to shove, you have nothing. Right? Look at whistleblowers, for example. Freedom of the press? What? Sorry, we're going to throw you in jail. Look at constitutional protections from unreasonable search and seizure. Yet, police civil asset forfeiture has been legal for decades, centuries. Look at the constitutional protection against cruel and unusual punishment. Oh, well, what if we just, have a prison outside of U.S. jurisdiction, yet it's completely under U.S. control, but it's not on U.S. property or something, except we have complete control over it, except it's outside the U.S. somehow at the same time, and therefore... What? What about cruel and unusual punishment when it comes to throwing someone in a cage for the rest of their life because they got caught smoking a blunt 3 times in a row? What? You can smoke weed, get caught. Smoke weed, get caught. Smoke weed, get caught, jail for life. That's not cruel and unusual? You have no constitutional rights. They don't exist. Nothing on the law books is there to protect you. Everything on the law books is there to protect our oppressors. Why do you think we don't have a federal right to vote? Look at the Constitution as it's constituted. The First Amendment, the right for all persons over the age of 16 to vote in every election. Is that there? Nope. Look at the constitutional amendments that deal with voting rights. No one shall be restricted the right to vote based on gender, based on race. What? Okay, so that means you can be restricted the right to vote based on X and Y. Oh, you can't be restricted to vote based on your race? Okay. We're just going to charge you $500 to vote. Oh, you can't pay it? Oh well. We don't have a federal guaranteed right to vote. Why do you think that is? Because the laws are not there to protect us. They're there to protect our oppressors. They're there to make the oppressors look good. So that they can say, look, we've got a constitution, democracy and freedom, baby. While they go and drone strike children all across the fucking planet. American civilians even. Blown to smithereens, vaporized instantly. What about their constitutional rights? What about Andrew Brown's constitutional right? None of that shit exists. None of it. So anyway, I just wanted to give my little spiel on that one. Y'all gotta stay fucking motherfucking safe. Like, legit. Like... No one is going to save you except for people in your same exact position. My neighbor is more likely to save me than any police, than any firefighter. No offense to the firefighters, but let's be real, they've got that delayed fuse, right? The police certainly aren't going to do shit. We've had several homicides in Elizabeth City over the last couple weeks. Are the police doing anything about it? I'll wait until I see proof. But I mean, you know what I'm sick and tired of? God. Like, I've always been an atheist since I was like 13, 14. Right? I've always thought God was stupid. But it wasn't until Saturday that I have fully come to the conclusion that I have got no tolerance for that shit. I've got zero tolerance. Jesus, take the wheel isn't gonna fucking save anyone. I said several. Felix, not 7. There is no such thing as God. If you believe in God, you're stupid. If you believe that God will save you, you're stupider. If you believe that God will save anyone from police violence, you are a dumb fuck motherfucker. The only thing that is doing is making you feel better about yourself and everyone else cringe. That's it. The only thing that God proves is that we are stupid. Absolutely. I mean, again, right? If I got shot and someone said, oh, Jesus will bless you, you know what I would want to do? I would want to punch them in the fucking face. But I wouldn't be able to because I've been shot. It's just, the way I see it, bringing religion to these sorts of things is disrespectful as hell. Religion solves nothing. And then people tell me, oh, but it brings people together. Yeah, for what? It brings people together so that they can all donate to the fucking pot and give it all to the fucking person in front. It brings people together so that they can all be brainwashed into doing things that are less useful than anything else that they could be doing otherwise. It brings people together and nullifies and snuffs out their fucking wills and desires for a better world. That's what it does. If religion were going to do anything, like, I'm telling you this right now, just from my personal, like, I live in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. A lot of religious people down here. If religion were going to solve police brutality, I got news for you. Andrew Brown would still be alive. It's too little too late for religion as far as I'm concerned. The time to prevent police brutality was before Andrew Brown was shot and killed. That was the time to prevent police brutality. This is Monday morning quarterback shit. Seriously, this is ridiculous. But God will prevent the next one until there's a next one. And then God will prevent the next one after that until there's a next one after that. But Jesus saves. Go fuck yourself. I just have no tolerance for that shit. I'm sorry if that's offensive to people. And I'm not. Honestly, I'm not. Because, like, if that's offensive to you, then our systems are just incompatible. I respect humans, you don't. If someone gets shot and killed by cops and your response is praise Jesus, go fuck yourself. Like, we just have different beliefs. I believe that all human life is sacred and valuable. You believe that Jesus and magical snakes and fairies are going to save the day? Sorry, we're different people. We live in different universes. I don't know. Fuck God. All my homies hate God. Fuck Jesus. All my homies hate Jesus. I'll see y'all. Have a great day. That's it. That's all I got.
Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
But I think the juxtaposition of that and the woman dancing in the shoe with the money flying at her, the juxtaposition of that versus some of the things that we've canceled recently, some of the things we have said are too dangerous to continue while we're talking about WAP, which stands for wet ass pussy, and she's got the bucket and the whole thing. Now again, I'm not saying that shouldn't be allowed. She's got a wet pussy. What are you going to do about it? Be allowed? She's got a wet pussy. What are you going to do about it? So fine. But the strange way we deal with cancel culture, the strange way that the mainstream version of everything that we get is so out of whack with reality. So we took out Mr. Potato Head because he was a Mr. and now he's just Potato Head. He's got no gender, even though really his gender was only decided whether you put the mustache on him, although I'm pretty sure girls don't have mustaches now. And the point is that we get rid of all of these things and then we say, oh, but the woman with the leaking pussy and the bucket and the mop and the whole thing and the girl dancing in the shoe, that's all okay. But I think the juxtaposition of that and the woman dancing in the shoe with the money flying at her, the juxtaposition of that versus some of the things.
They felt pretty comfortable after day 2.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night, the phone. Make sure the kids hear words.
$7 million for reef fish management. $25 billion to combat Asian carp.